Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. This is going to be my huge palette collection video. I've got quite a lot of palettes. I think I counted 164, but I could be wrong. So if you're going to count as I go through this, if you could let me know if there is 164 or if I'm slightly off, that would be amazing. So let's get into looking at my palette collection. What should we start with? I think we'll start with Beauty Bay. So the first one is the Utopia palette. Got this fairly recently. Nice little palette. Got some bright shades, all matte. Bargain palettes from Beauty Bay. I absolutely love Beauty Bay. Eyeshadows, really good quality. Perfect little travel palette, and it goes very nicely with the Pastels palette from Beauty Bay. Really good quality pastel palette compared to a lot that I've tried. I just love them both, but if I only had to keep one, I would definitely keep the pastels because I don't have a lot like this in my collection. But this one is lovely and vibrant, and I do have a video on this if you want to see it. Then of course we've got the Wilderness palette, which is a fairly new one from Beauty Bay. Absolutely love this one to bits. It's a beautiful colour story. The shimmers are so putty-like and gorgeous. Just love them all, and the mattes as well. Oh, I have got a video on this one as well if you want to see it, but look at that. Oh, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Can't recommend this one enough. I am so glad that I got that one. And another that's in the similar layout to the Wilderness. These are all £15. You can't actually get this one anymore. This is the Book of Magic. And she's also beautiful. She's also got stunning shimmers, just like the Wilderness palette. Gorgeous colour story. Really want them to bring this one back because I know so many people missed out on it. Beautiful. Then another one that was limited edition from Beauty Bay is the New Romantic palette. This came out around Valentine's. Again, same shimmer formula, gorgeous mattes, just a different colour story. So glad I picked it up while it was still in stock. Shame that they're doing so many limited editions because these are really good quality palettes. And the Sunset Horizons. I'm not actually sure if you can still get this on Beauty Bay or not now, come to think of it. Can't remember if this was limited edition, but I think this was the first one in the little set that comes in a 20 colour palette story. And again, perfection, gorgeous putty like shimmers, beautiful mattes. What more can I say? Then a controversial palette from Beauty Bay, the Nikkie Tutorials palette. A lot of people didn't like this, and it was mainly because of the mattes. The shimmers are absolutely stand out in this palette, absolutely incredible, but the mattes, patchy, hard to blend, hard to work with, especially this Amsterdam shade, this blue one here. But like I say, the shimmers, it's worth it for the shimmers in this palette. I think you can still get this one even though it's limited edition. They didn't sell all of them, so if you're still wanting to pick it up. And I do really like the packaging on this one and the story behind why Nikkie did it like this. And it's got two mirrors inside, and one of the mirrors is an extremely close-up mirror, like it magnifies it more than a normal mirror when you're trying to look at your eyeshadow. So I really like that. I like the way that it opens like this. It's just a shame about the mattes. And then the last Beauty Bay palette is the Bright Matte. Like, I've used this a lot. It is one of my favourites when I'm wanting a rainbow palette. Of course it is all matte because it's called the Bright Matte. It goes on offer a lot on Beauty Bay, and I'd really recommend you picking it up if you haven't got it and you love colour. But it does have some neutrals at the top. My favourites in this are obviously the blues and the greens and the tealy colours, but all of them work beautifully. Cannot tell you how good quality this palette is. It's just perfection. Then we'll move on to Odin's Eye. These are fairly new to me. I haven't even swatched them. I've recently discovered Odin's Eye and I think they're amazing. I love the stories behind all the palettes. This is very Norse mythology based. So this is the Saga of Freya, which is meant to be like a little book palette. Colour story, amazing. I mean, that one there, Cat Star, it's like a zebra. It's just stunning. Yeah, I haven't swatched these yet. Should I stick my fingers in them? You want me to, don't you? Okay, let's swatch Bling. I'm not swatching Cat Star because I don't want to spoil it, I'm sorry. Wool Ball and Soft. Oh. Okay. These are gorgeous. So that's the first Odin's Eye. I love Odin's Eye. They're an indie brand from Sweden. And I do like my indie brands at the moment. This is the Alva 2 Mini Ocean palette, which is the first Odin's Eye palette I got. As you can see, gorgeous packaging goals, to be honest. There's no other packaging quite like Odin's Eye. So if you're wanting to try an indie brand that is super, super beautiful with amazing quality, then give Odin's Eye a try. Then next we have the Erd palette, which is a gorgeous grungy sort of palette. I think this one is a pressed glitter. I think they're absolutely stunning. I'm not so keen on the split pans in the middle. I think they look really nice. But when it actually comes to using them, I don't like to be messy and to mix shadows, so I'll be super careful when using the middle ones. But another gorgeous little palette from Odin's Eye. And then we have the Alva 2 Mini Forest palette, because I couldn't not. I mean, look at this colour story. This shade here, Mint, is right up my street. That is the sort of colour I love to use in eyeshadow. The sparkly blue. I just seem to be swatching shimmers at you, but wow. Oh, that is beautiful. Then, Alva 2 eyeshadow palette. So obviously this is a bigger one. Look at this colour story. It looks like it's got 2 pressed glitters, Pink Star and Pop Rocks. Yeah, I need to use this. It's very, very new in my collection. I can't wait to use this palette. The colour story just makes me happy. It speaks to my soul. Then we have the Norns eyeshadow palette. Like, the packaging of this is probably the prettiest packaging I've got out of all my palettes. I think this is my favourite. But I like this one because it's very different to the last one that I just showed you. It is deeper, grungier, but you've still got the gorgeous shimmers. These two are my favourite. Hallucination though, I haven't even swatched it. Let's swatch it. Looks like my perfect shimmer. Oh, that is special. Sorry, what? I want to cover my whole body in the shade. Okay, that is all the Odin's Eye. Now we'll move on to Mitchell. The Mini Mitchell palette, when he launched his own brand. Love this little palette. Nice big pans. I do like Mitchell's quality and colour stories. I am into my bright colours, if you can't tell already. The shades are just beautiful. This Mermitch, also again, absolute perfection for the colours that I sort of like. Oh, yeah, absolutely love it. Then we've got the Me, Myself and Mitchell palette. This was originally sold by Beauty Bay because it was a collaboration with Mitchell and Beauty Bay. It was the first palette that he launched. Absolutely love it. Only got it because of Make Me Up Miss Her, because it's one of her favourite palettes ever. Super sad you can't get it anymore. However, there's a little rumour that it could be coming back, so watch this space. Take out the magnetic mirror, and yes, mine has been used. The shimmer formula in this is definitely not my favourite. I have to be honest. I find it a bit crumbly if you try and pick it up on a brush. I'd say you'd more have to use your finger. The mattes though, why have I got red in this one? The mattes are spectacular. So if this does come back and you haven't got it, well, you need it. Then we've got the two other palettes Mitchell released at the same time when he launched his own brand. It's the Feet on the Ground palette and the Head in the Clouds palette. I originally only got the Feet on the Ground palette and I thought that would be my perfect colour story. Then I got the Head in the Clouds and realised this one's actually my favourite. I love that it comes in little pouches. A lot of people don't, but I like it. And yeah, absolutely gorgeous. It is a rainbowy palette, but it's just got so many different shades than what you'd expect to be in a normal everyday rainbow palette. Obviously Twinkle and Eclipse are my favourite shimmers in this for obvious reasons, and I just love it. Good quality, gorgeous packaging. Then this is the Feet on the Ground palette. Absolutely love green eyeshadow. There's not a lot of greens in this though, considering, you know, you'd think there'd be a lot of greens. I know it's sort of a army sort of khaki style palette, but I wish there was more greens. Mama's Garden's nice, which is this green shimmer. Good quality, really good quality. I just don't seem to use it very much compared to the Head in the Clouds. Then we'll move on to Morphe. I've got this Morphe palette here. It is Smoke and Shadow 9W. I wish they'd be more clear about what the palettes are called and put the name on the front, but hey ho. Look at this beauty. I mean, it's got your black, your grey, some nice smoky shades to play with. Oh, I haven't even swatched that. It feels so soft. Oh, that's nice. That is, oh, that's nice. I need to play with this one more. This one is real good. I'm not always keen on Morphe's quality, but this one is very nice. Then we've got the Thankyou Glisten Up palette, which I got from one of my lovely friends, and here we go. Look at it. These are all pressed glitters along the bottom, and at the top it's a nice shimmer formula. Nice to go with other palettes because obviously it doesn't have any mattes. But yeah, beautiful. If you want some sparkle in your life. Just ignore my super glittery hands right now. The Morphe 35S Sweet Oasis. So glad that they started putting the name on the front. Yeah, like I said, I'm not always obsessed with Morphe's quality in their palettes, but this one is fantastic quality. I loved it. I have got a video on this one. What drew me to this palette was obviously this section here. Infinity Pool is gorgeous. Reef Dive. I need to stop sticking my fingers in shimmers, really. I'm covered in glitter. Absolutely gorgeous. But to pair it with the pinks as well, I think it's just a really nice colour story. There is far too many neutrals in it for me, personally. However, I do like the sort of different tones here, like Tranquility and Panoramic Shot and Windsurf. Yeah, I could probably leave the brown ones out. But yeah, really glad that I picked this palette up. Gorgeous. Then we've got the 35i Ice Fantasy palette. Don't think they sell this one anymore. I got this one from Make Me Up Missa. She was selling it because she didn't like it when she reviewed it on her channel because it's pastels, which I love, but the quality of the mattes is not brilliant. The quality of the shimmers, however, is amazing, especially this green and this sort of white. Oh, I mean, beautiful. But yeah, it's a shame that the mattes just aren't up to par. The Beauty Bay one is so much nicer. Yeah, they're more like topper shades rather than really opaque. Don't even know if you can see that. Then we have the Morphe 35B Colour Burst palette. Absolutely great. Love this one. Shame that they didn't print the names on it, so I have to keep the stupid plastic thing. But gorgeous colour story. Actually, I like this quality of this palette. The shimmers aren't the most sparkly and amazing you've ever seen, but the mattes are really good. Then we've got Jacqueline Hill Volume 2. Absolutely love this. Quality, outstanding. need to use it more really. Love this sort of purpley corner here, but this Dance Party shade that's sort of a raspberry colour is stunning. I really do like the colour story of this. I like what she did. I could have missed out these browns here. That doesn't really interest me at all, but the rest of the palette, right up my street. Then we've got the 35C Everyday Chic Morphe palette. Love this one. It's very different. I haven't got a lot like it in my collection. Again, they didn't print the names on, which is super annoying. However, this is just so different. It just feels so much more cool toned and grungy and a little bit pastel-y as well at the same time. I just think it's unique and I like it. Jaclyn Hill, Volume 1. Yeah, I don't really reach for this at all. This is one of the newer palettes. This isn't the old formula, unfortunately. My 4 favourite shades, as you can tell, will be in this bottom left corner. The rest of them, why have I got this? Like, this was one of the first palettes I bought, I think, when I was really getting into makeup, and yeah, I don't really use it a lot. Maybe I should. And the last Morphe palette, what is this? This is the Such a Gem 39S. Bought this a long while ago now. What is this in my pink shimmer? It looks dirty. Might as well swatch it now, it's on my finger. Yeah, that's more of a topper shade. Absolutely loved this palette when I got it. I thought it was fantastic quality. However, having used some more amazing mattes in my time now, it's not my absolute favourite formula. I don't think it's that great. It's okay. I definitely still want to keep it. Oh, look at that though. Eat your words, Kerry, eat your words, because that is beautiful. Yeah. One press glitter here, which we could have left out. But yeah, it's a nice palette. BH. Do Not Disturb palette, and the writing is upside down, which really annoys me. Love BH quality, really, really affordable, especially if you can get it on Beauty Bay. Not so great if you have to order it from the BH website and it has to be shipped to the UK. Absolutely in love with this colour story. The standout shades for me in here are definitely Off the Grid and On Hold. This one's definitely sort of duochrome with blue to purple, and this one's kind of like a grey blue. Love this palette, gorgeous colour story, nice and small, 9 pan, little mirror in it, really good BH quality. Then we've got Trendy in Tokyo, which I had to pick up because one of my friends, Daniela, kept raving about how good the yellow in it was. And that is the karaoke shade here. Really, really, really love this palette. I'd had it in my basket for a long time, really wanted it, and then my lovely friend Heather sent it to me because she's amazing. Lovely little rainbow palette, can't go wrong. Then I have the Sweet Shop collection, apart from the brown one, because brown isn't my favourite. So, what should we start with? Should we start with Pistachio, because obviously green eyeshadow is my favourite. I love that in these you get 4 shimmers and 4 mattes. It goes from light to dark, excellent quality. Love the theme of it all, love the packaging. I think they've done a really good job with these. Tempted to get the brown one though, even though I won't use it because it will complete my collection, and I'm sad like that, yes. Then we've got the Cherry on Top, which I don't normally gravitate towards red eyeshadow. However, look in this. There's some gorgeous pinky tones as well, and sort of like a corally red. And that real deep red looks so nice. And then you've got like a really light pink here. So yeah, it's not full on red. It's got some nice tones in it, so I'm really glad that I got this one. Then we've got Bubblegum. I've seen so many people with this one and they've created so many nice looks. I mean, oh, absolute beauty. Look at Sweet Tooth. I can't not stick my finger in Sweet Tooth because that look, oh, man. Ah! Oh, that is beautiful. Then we've got Cotton Candy. Yeah, use this one a fair bit. Love it because it's pinky and purpley. It's not too monochrome, and yeah, look at the tones. Like, need I say more? And then the Orange Sorbet, again, absolutely gorgeous. You've got some really true bright oranges, but then you've also got more of a corally orange, and even this looks like kind of on the brownie side of the orange, but again, absolute fantastic quality, love it. I collect melt eyeshadow, unless it's super, super, super neutral, in which case I don't. However, we'll start out with the Blueprint palette. Love the design of this. Love that it's all Blueprint style on the front. Absolutely gorgeous. And oh, still got the plastic. These blues are gorgeous, especially this Skylight shade. You knew I was going to stick my finger in it, didn't you? You knew. Then Smoke Sessions, gorgeous. I wish it had more mattes. It's only got the two in the middle, but the shimmers in this are absolutely outstanding. The best shimmer formula Melt has done by a mile. She's in Parties. Absolutely stunning, really nice colour story. Different to a lot of what I've got in my collection because I do have a lot of greens and blues, as you may be able to tell. But I really like having this as another option. Mary Jane palette that I got for my birthday from my lovely, lovely makeup friends. Yes, it's neutral, however, it's probably one of my favourite neutral palettes that I've ever used. And I do actually reach for this. When I went for a job interview, this is the one that I reached for. The shimmers are beautiful, the mattes blend effortlessly. I love this one. Then we've got the 420 palette. Not a lot of people raved about this one. They didn't like the quality of it. Colour story is so up my street, it's unreal. And it's only got one shimmer, which is a bit strange, but the tones of the mattes is beautiful. It might not be the easiest to work with, it might be a bit dry and not as easy to blend, but I absolutely love it, and it is never ever leaving my collection. You'll have to pry it out of my cold dead hands. Then we've got the Rust palette. Again, a little bit neutral, but on the warmer side rather than the Mary Jane palette. But the shades that are my favourite in this, I have done a video on this, is Erode and Rubbish. They are absolutely gorgeous. I really like the quality of this one. I think it's fantastic. And my two absolute favourite melt palettes of all time, Vida and Myrte. I was so lucky to get Myrte. Make Me Up Missy was selling it and she sold it to me for a reasonable price, not a ridiculous price. And I got Vida from the Melt website before it disappeared. Yes, I needed to make the skull. Yes, I am that sad. And these are never leaving me. The quality of Myrte is probably the absolute best I've ever used. It is perfection. The colour story is perfection. It's got the minty colours here, it's got a deep blue, it's got a shimmery blue, so that ticks my boxes, I'm happy, but it's got the versatility of the red as well, and then the nice light. I haven't swatched anything for a while, have I? If it's going to be anything, it could be this one. I'm so sorry that you can't get it anymore. I'm so, so sorry. I would get one for you all if I could. And then Vida. So, so bright, but with a few neutrals in the middle. Works beautifully alongside Myrte, I have to say. These greens, absolutely stunning, especially the shimmer. I remember using that shimmer, it's beautiful. And I do love a sparkly orange. I don't know what it is. I mean, orange is my favourite actual colour. Not my favourite eyeshadow colour usually, but that orange is special. Then the Gemini palette. Oh, again, amazing, amazing melt quality. Can't tell you how much I love this quality. Grungy, grunge. And the Millennial Pinks, which isn't as good quality as the others, I do have to say. I love the colour story though. I love how deep it goes with the navies. I wouldn't have really liked it if it didn't go that deep. It'd be a bit more boring, but the pinks, beautiful. Just the mattes aren't the same quality as some of the other melt palettes. I still glad I've got it in my collection. But if I was going to do a pink look, I don't know if this would be the first palette I was going to reach for. So guys, we are on to Revolution, and that includes all the sister brands of Makeup Obsession, Makeup Revolution, Revolution Pro. What am I missing? There's another one. I can't even think of what it's called right now. Let's start with the X Envy palette by XX Revolution. Obviously I had to get it because it's green, the colour story. There is some nice greens in here. Not the best quality. It can create nice looks, but it's not the most pigmented and most blendable that I've ever used. Then we've got the Extravaganza palette, which I love. A much better quality. Shimmers, really, really good. A fantastic rainbow palette. Then we've got some chocolate bar palettes, which I Heart Revolution. Was that the one that I missed? We'll start with the Lemon Drizzle. I got these in a chocolate vault for Christmas quite a while ago when I was first getting into makeup. They are pants quality, to be honest. But for the price, some of them are good. Some of the mattes are beautiful, some of the shimmers are beautiful. However, I think it's more miss than hit, unfortunately, which is a shame because the idea behind it and the chocolate bars and everything I absolutely love. I just wish they'd put better quality into making the shadows. Even if they had to put the price up a bit, it'd be worth it. But yeah, the idea behind it and everything, and I don't think I can get rid of them because they just look like chocolate bars and they're so nice. So that's the Lemon Drizzle, and then we have, what's this one? S'mores, which looks like this. Obviously I wouldn't have picked this one up if I'd have had the choice. It was just in the chocolate vault, but a nice neutral palette there. Then we've got the Macaroon. This one is the nicest chocolate bar palette I've tried. I really do like this one. The shade Nom Nom is beautiful. And Sweet Treat. And then we have, what's this one? Strawberry Cheesecake. This one's quite nice as well. It's not too bad. Like I say though, some shades are hit and miss. And then this is Salted Caramel. Yeah, super boring for me, I'm sorry. The little pop of pink and blue. And then we have Cranberries and Chocolate. A little bit better than just a boring neutral palette. It's got some nice plummy berry tones in there. And we've got the Birthday, is it the Birthday? Yeah, the Birthday Cake Cookie Shadow Palette. I have got a video on this, testing this one out. I love it because the packaging is just squishy. Yes, okay, it's a bit kiddie, but I like it. If you're wanting a subtle, pretty look, this is actually a really nice palette. It's not the most pigmented, it's not going to be in your face, it's not going to be dramatic, but not everybody wants that. So I think this is really nice if you're just wanting something subtle, something pretty, not in your face eyeshadow. And then with that I also got the Chocolate Chip Cookie. Again, similar, not the best quality in the whole world, but not too bad either. Nice for a subtle look. And then we have the Mint Choc Chip. Look at this, grains. All shimmer, so you would have to use it alongside another palette if you wanted some mattes. However, really, really good. Love it. And we've got two of the Makeup Revolution palettes. I have done a video on these when they first came out. I think there was about £8 each, something like that. This is the Sugar Ray, and what was this one? Ultraviolet. The Ultraviolet is more my colour story. The shimmers are very, very putty-like, extremely putty-like, but I found that they worked well. Not the most pigmented mattes, but got there in the end, could blend them. Not a bad palette, to be honest, for the price. Sort of gives me Mercury retrograde vibes, though. And then the Sugar Ray, which wasn't my favourite colour story out of the two, but I did like the look that I came up with this. Not so keen on the pressed glitter. I wish people that put them in palettes, if they're going to do a pressed glitter, do it really, really well. This one is a pants one, but the rest of the shades, not too bad. Wasn't particularly impressed with the black. Then, this is the newest palette to my collection. As of right now, Black is the New Black by Makeup Obsession. It's supposed to be about £6. I went into my Boots and picked it up for £4. Sorry, what? This is meant to be an amazing dupe of the new Natasha Denona little black smoky palette thing. Not actually sure of the name of it, but I used this. I was so impressed. This silver is crazy. Okay, it's crazy. The black is super good. The light grey, the medium grey, the dark grey, amazing. This shade is very different. I like that it's got a little deep red in there as well. It's perfect for creating smoky looks. Like, I just really like that because I just feel like it's different. Love this palette, would really recommend this if you can get hold of it. Then we have two more Makeup Obsession, which is it the Raddy or Rady? I don't know, Daydream palette and Dream with a Vision. So this one is more pastel and a bit dirty. Not the best quality, can't lie. Not the best quality mattes. The shimmers aren't too bad. Would I buy anything else from this line that's like this? No. But do I like this colour story and would I use it from time to time? Yes. And this is the Daydream one. This is lovely. And this blue is really, really special. Even the silver is super nice. I prefer this palette to the Dream with a Vision. So if you're going to pick one up from Makeup Obsession, I definitely recommend this one, and the black is black. Black is the new black. That's the one. I picked up the SFX Revolution palette quite a while ago. I think it was it around Halloween time? Oh yes, I use the white a lot, as you can see. I don't really want to take the cover off it because it gets quite messy. But for a cheap little palette to do some face painty type work, it's okay. Then we have the XX Gold Crush palette. I'm not sure what made me really want this because it's very neutral. However, there's just something about it, because it's got more pinky tones and gold tones, that really, really made me want it. And then my lovely friend sent it to me. And I like the shape of the, can you see? They're not flat. I think it's pretty. Actually quite good quality, but that's probably because it's XX Revolution, which is slightly pricier than the other Revolution sister brands. Look at the state of my hands. I mean, look, what's going on? Then we have some fruity palettes. That one's upside down. So I got the peach one, Tasty Peach I Heart Revolution. Again, not the best quality. Some of them are fantastic. The shimmers are really, really nice. Some are crap. Not the best mattes in the world. There's no real deep shade in this, which is a shame because you can't really create any depth. But overall, it's not too bad for the price. The Watermelon palette, which I don't actually think I've used, and I really need to because this colour story speaks to me greatly, especially this melon shade here, which I haven't even swatched. Let me stick my finger in it and see what I think. Oh, that's quite pretty. Let's see about Freeze. Is this going to be nice? Oh yeah, yeah. Again, I don't think there's going to be much depth in this, unfortunately, but really, really nice for a nice summer palette. Then the avocado that isn't even out of its outer packaging. Like what? I don't even think I've stuck my fingers in this either. I love avocados. I love everything avocado. If you don't know, I do normally have an avocado sat on my bed in the background when I'm filming. Normally you can see him, but obviously today you can't. You're looking at my desk. Oh, yeah, I really want to use this. And I really want to know if this is a deep shade and it actually comes out deep on the eye. But this colour story looks beautiful. I especially want to dig into Bite, Guacamole, Smoothie, Avo. Yeah, need to use this. Out of all of these Revolution Pro, did I say Revolution Pro was one of the sister brands? I can't even remember now. Anyway, I'm adding it to the list if I didn't say it. Smoke and Mirrors. Out of all the ones that are in this little family, you can get the purpley one and the black one, and you know, there's all different ones. The blue one was the one that I wanted because look at this blue. The mattes aren't great. However, the shimmers are a million times worth it. Like, okay, that did not swatch the best, but I promise you, I don't know if it's because my hands are so dirty and covered in glitter, but it's so special on the eye. Then another Revolution Pro, picked this up again when I was sort of first getting into makeup because I didn't want to buy the Huda palette that was expensive, that this is kind of a dupe of. The two pressed glitters are crap. But the mattes are really, really nice in this, to be honest. The shimmers aren't the most spectacular, but yeah, it's not too bad if you're wanting it more for the mattes. This is sort of like a creamy thing, a little bit like concealer. I think that's to stick down the pressed glitters. I think. Not that I've used it like that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like that. Then we have the 3 Soph palettes. Dun dun dun! This was the original. Mine is cracked, which I'm very upset about. I hate the packaging of it. It shouldn't have been like this. And the names weren't printed, so I still have the stupid plastic that's filthy. But, again, when I was first getting into makeup, I got this one. I don't ever reach for it now. Am I going to declutter it though? No, because it's part of my little Soph collection. Actually really good quality though, to be fair. Really, really nice. Probably very nice for autumn when you don't want to wear super, super bright colours. But yeah, good quality. And I used to love watching Soph. And then the second one, the Extra Spice, which is a bit more up my street because it's a lot more vibrant and bright. The shade Infinity is lovely. Really like the shade 21. That's nice and bright and vibrant. But yeah, I don't seem to reach for this a lot. I'm not sure if it's because it's on the more neutral side. And then the newest, Soph X. Love the packaging of this one compared to the other two because this one's more cardboard. And this is definitely more my colour story. However, there are some disappointing shades in this. Lockdown was a bit disappointing. Yeah, Lockdown was a bit disappointing. But also the shade in here. This sparkly blue is a bit lacklustre. But some of the mattes are fantastic. Even the black's not too bad. And the rest of the shimmers seem to work well. These 2 Revolution palettes in the horrible tin packaging that I can't stand. This one is the Forever Flawless Birds of Paradise. Powdery. Not that pigmented. Powdery. Too horrible. Pressed glitters. Shimmers, not too bad. It's not the worst palette I've ever used in my life, but yeah, quite powdery. Then this one is the Chilled with Cannabis Sativa Revolution palette. I prefer this one to the Birds of Paradise. The mattes are a lot nicer in this one. There is still 2 horrible pressed glitters, but this one is a lot nicer to work with and I like the colour story a lot more. And then we have the little Joey palette, which my gorgeous friend Heather got me for my birthday. I have 2 friends called Heather, not to be confused with the other Heather. This is beautiful. And what's happened to Mary Angela? She's everywhere. Stop it, Mary Angela. This pink, and this pink are spectacular. Like, which brand is this? It is Makeup Revolution. It's not one of the sister brands. Wow, I am so blown away by the quality of this. It's a fantastic palette, and actually I probably should have picked up the other ones to go with it because I just can't believe how good this one is. Considering it's Makeup Revolution, brilliant. I love Sample Beauty, and the first palette I got, which got me into Sample Beauty, was this one, the Prodigy palette, Jewel Toned Edition. Wow, I am so glad I've got this in my collection. It's never leaving. If you don't have it, you need it. It is spectacular. They're all named like Amethyst and Apatite and Pink Sapphire, Rhodolite, Diazepam. Absolutely stunning palette, really good quality. When I first saw it, it wasn't up my street straight away, the colour story. However, having purchased it and used it, it's amazing. I especially love Tourmaline. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous deep colour, and I especially like to use it with Diazepam. As you can see, I've dug into that one quite a bit. But yeah, can't recommend this one enough. And then we have another present that I got for my birthday from one of my lovely makeup friends. Oh, cannot get the lid off this. It drives me insane. Here we go, all magnetic. She got me the 4 green shades and the sparkly green shimmer. Absolutely love the quality of these. I would like the 10 pan magnetic palette and to make my own and fill it with more shades because the quality of these are fantastic. Then one of my other lovely friends for my birthday got me the Plush palette. Obviously I wanted this mainly for the bottom 2 rows. The only row that I wouldn't really touch is probably the top row, apart from First Class. So I'd miss out this shade and the rest along here. But everything else I would use. I think it's gorgeous, especially the shade Snazzy and Ritzy. Really good quality again. Love Sample Beauty. And, oh, this one is special. The Equalizer Palette Volume 2 by Sample Beauty. I can't recommend this enough. Have I got a video using this? I think I have, yes. I just think it works so well. It's perfect for beginners in makeup as well, because you've got sort of matching shades. So stripping down, tan o'clock, bitter sweet, bottomless brunch, whispering angel, cherry blossom. You see, they correspond, so you know which shades go together, and I like the way it's laid out. The colour story, the quality is fantastic on this palette. So we're on to the next few piles. We've got a lot of Jeffree Star here. I started buying Jeffree Star before all the controversy. I like the makeup. I try and stay out of the drama. It's not that I support him and his life. I just buy the makeup that I want to buy. So yeah, let's all be kind. First of all, we'll start out with Blue Blood. I love these coffin shaped ones. I think his packaging is absolutely outstanding, as well as his quality. It's just, oh, okay. Open this. Come on, come on. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous colour story. This Blue Monday shade is super special and different. What can I say? Super good quality. You'd know if you've tried and you like the same formulas that I do. I think he has got some expensive price tags, but I would say it's worth it. I mean, look at the gorgeousness that is Blood Sugar. This was one of my first ever high-end purchases, and it'll never be leaving my collection. Oh, look at this. I think I actually bought this. It came back into stock randomly while I was sat waiting for my lovely friend having her theory driving test, and I was sat in the car and I nearly passed out because I had to buy it straight away. And I was panicking because I needed to get my hands on it, and yeah, amazing, amazing quality. Then we have got Conspiracy, which I really, really wanted after watching the series with Jeffree and Shane Dawson. Obviously, not the same feeling about it now. And now looking at it, the colour story is just ridiculous. At the time I was obsessed. I think everybody was. Everyone got built up in the hype of it all. But I mean, look at it. Like, yeah, it's not the best. Still, fantastic quality though. Blood Money. Oh, I mean, how do I open this? I've totally forgotten how to open this palette. Here we go. I had to get it because I love green eyeshadow. And this is spectacular for green eyeshadow. It speaks to my soul. Ah yes, the mini controversy as well. I picked this one up. This one is a lot nicer than the actual Big Conspiracy palette. I feel like it's a lot better of a colour story. It's still good quality. The blues are beautiful. Alien, one of my favourite palettes ever. You either love it or you hate it. This packaging is right up my street. The colour story is everything to me. So glad I got this before it stopped being made. I love it. The shade Flying Saucer is like my perfect matte ever. Alien, gorgeous. Probe, gorgeous. Why am I not swatching it? I don't know. Jawbreaker. Obviously I love my bright colours in eyeshadow, so this is a colourful makeup lover's dream. I don't think it's all the same quality as its other palettes though. I know a lot of people love this and it's like one of the favourites, but for me some of the shades, especially the mattes, are a little bit, is this really a Jeffree shade? Doesn't feel like the same formula, but I still love to have it in my collection. And then Thursday I got a bargain on Beauty Bay. I wouldn't have paid full price for it just because it has got the neutrals in it. However, I mean, it's got enough pops of colour. I mean, that coral shade, gorgeous. Yellow, gorgeous. Two blues, gorgeous. And they do go nicely with the neutrals that are in there. And all the shimmers down the middle. I like the look of this palette. It's just so aesthetically pleasing. Then we have two P. Louise palettes. First of all, is this the Secret Sinner palette? Yes, it is indeed. And all matte palette. Stunning colour story. Obviously my favourite is Affair and Addicted. They're the two nicest shades for me in here. I must say the mattes in this are fantastic quality. The packaging isn't for everybody with Louise. Some people think it's too big, too bulky, but I stand these on my shelf above my bed and I think they look absolutely gorgeous, and I don't care about the packaging. I think the bigger the better, the crazier, the more outrageous. Yes. Speaking of crazy and outrageous, look at the Worldy palette with its pink sand inside. And again, the colour story is absolutely gorgeous. Rodeo Drive, I mean, look at it. I wish they had some lighter shimmers in this, but apart from that, it is a perfect colour story. So much variety, good quality. That shade is beautiful. Oh, I forgot a Jeffree. I've left out Bloodlust. Oh, I didn't put them together. How annoying and irritating. But yeah, this is a fantastic quality palette. Absolutely love the quality of this. I like that he included the Vile Serpent shade with the purples. And I like there's so many different tones of purple, like Vivid Mood, and Scandal Water is an amazing, amazing purpley shade that you don't really see in a lot of palettes. So that stood out for me. That was the worst swatch ever, Kerry. We'll start out with the Manifest palette, and I have got a look on this. I'm sure it's on my channel, and I loved this so much when I used it, considering it's more warm tones, but this mustardy yellow, the bright pink, the shimmers are fantastic. Yeah, I really, really like to look that creative with this. And then I had to get the Manifest Dream Big, because obviously it's the Manifest, but you're dreaming bigger. So this one is a very funny colour story. I'm not really sure why it spoke to me and why I wanted to get it now when I look at it, to be honest, but it is very, very varied. There are so many different formulas in this. Does it actually say on the back? 19 mattes, 13 shimmers, super sparkle shadows, stunning duochrome foils, 1 matte cream shadow, 1 shimmer cream shadow, 1 shimmer gloss shadow. I mean, yeah, it's got variety. You don't see a lot of palettes with a colour story like this. A lot of it's quite dark. I need to use this more. I think I've only used it once so far, and it's not bad quality. I need to get my head around the colour story. Then Carnival XL Pro, for obvious reasons. I've got to say yes to a rainbow palette. Excellent quality, really good mattes. The shimmers aren't the best in the world, but I think this is a really good palette. However, having said that, I prefer Love Tahiti by a mile. Much more up my street. The shimmers are better in this one. The mattes are more vibrant. Yes, please. And then the newest Carnival, Carnival 4, a lot more neutral. However, it's got your green tones, which I love. It's got your sort of warm and plummy tones, which I love. It's just sort of the middle 3 rows that I could have done without. But overall, I think it's a gorgeous autumn palette. The quality of this is amazing. The shimmers in this are the best I have tried by BPerfect. And the mattes swatch quite dry, but on the eye, they are amazing, blendable, pigmented. Love this palette. I missed out a Makeup Revolution. So sorry. This is the Friends times Revolution palette. It's the Door palette. Is that what it's called? I don't even know. It doesn't actually say the name on it. That's great. I have got a video using this. Ugh. I had to get one of the Friends palettes because I absolutely love Friends with a passion. I've probably seen all of them. This isn't the best quality in the world. However, the Big White Dog shade, the sparkly silver, is amazing. Some of the mattes are nice, some are not so nice. It's just that kind of hit and miss Revolution formula. Then I've got 2 Lunar Beauty palettes. I've got the Moonspell palette that I managed to grab on Depop in fantastic condition. The packaging of this is absolutely stunning. It looks like a book. And the colour story is so up my street, it's unreal. Obviously the shade Nancy is spectacular, and Fiona. Not sure when this is going to come back in stock or if, but I know a lot of people want this. Hopefully it will come back. I love this so, so much. This is a jewel in my makeup collection. Then we have the Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dream palette, still in its box. The colour story of this and the packaging of this, I mean, I'm obsessed. Obsessed. Those blues, those flipping blues, and this blue diamond shade is one of the most stunning shimmers I've ever seen. We have some ABH. I'll start out with this one. This is the Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1. Was really impressed with the quality of this, absolutely blown away by the quality of this when I used it. This shade in the middle is sort of an orangey pink. It's absolutely stunning duochrome. The mattes are super pigmented, blend like a dream. I really want to pick up the other little ones like this, especially the one with the cherries on the front. That looks super nice. But yeah, really love this palette. Riviera, wasn't as impressed, to be honest. I like that they come with the brushes, these ones. Not the best shimmers I've ever used, not the best mattes I've ever used. I was a bit disappointed. I'm like, I thought everybody loved ABH and all these palettes because they were super amazing, but compared to some of the others I've tried of different brands, I'm not as blown away as I thought I would be. Now we've got the Born to Run palette by Urban Decay. I love this for a neutral palette. It is more on the dark grungy side, and I do reach for this quite a lot when I want to do something neutral and I don't want to stand out like a sore thumb in a crowd. Absolutely gorgeous, pigmented, beautiful, blendable. What number is this palette? I can't remember. Pro Pigment Palette 4. Got this when it launched and I wasn't disappointed. It does have 2 pressed glitters, which I wasn't a big fan of, but I think this palette is super stunning. Like this shade C3 and A2. Like I wish I had proper names instead of just like letters and numbers. Oh, where can I sort of look at the stake? Can you see the glitter? Oh. Beautiful. And then I have the ABH Volume 3. Absolutely love this colour story. I mean, this shade did break when it dropped off my shelf once and I managed to press it back in. But this colour story is so flipping nice. Why haven't I got this out recently? Like, these neons, and all of the little pops of green speak to me. Oh, look at this one. I need to stop swatching things. I'm already so covered in glitter, but I mean... And 2 NYX palettes. I have Modern Dreamer and Ultimate Utopia. Modern Dreamer obviously because it's a nice rainbow, can't open it, bright palette. Here we go. I was impressed with the quality of this when I used it. The shimmers aren't anything to write home about, but the mattes are really good. And Ultimate Utopia, I was obsessed with looking at for a long time when you could only get it in other countries. I'm so glad it came to the UK and it didn't disappoint me. I think the shimmers in this are a lot better. I just love the colour story of this. I don't know what it is. I know it's more on the neutral side, but I don't know what it is. It's just something about it. Then we have 2 Attitude Cosmetics palettes. Attitude Cosmetics is an indie brand owned by a lovely lady. Really cares about her eyeshadow. Fantastic quality palettes. This is the Colour Splash 18 colour eyeshadow palette. Nice rainbow palette and nice variety of shimmers and mattes. Really good quality. Can't speak highly enough of Attitude. If you haven't tried them, you need to. And this is the VIP palette with more of a reddy purple colour story, which I'm so glad I've got in my collection because, as you can see, I don't have hundreds that are like this colour story. What a beauty! Recently I got the Wild Python. I have got a video on this. I was really impressed with the quality of this. The top 3 shimmers are outstanding. The mattes were lovely. The dark brown was a little bit hard to blend out, but I love this little palette and I want to collect all of them. And then obviously Mercury Retrograde. I would cry if I did not have this in my collection and it suddenly disappeared, because this is another jewel in my collection. The packaging is amazing. I love the sort of theme behind it with the Mercury Retrograde, and the colour story is beautiful. We have some e.l.f. I got the 2 little ones. I don't even think I've used these. I don't know why I got them. Everyone was raving about them. I need to try them. So I obviously got the green and the blue one. Is this the jalapeno and what is this? I have no idea. But I've got these two and yeah, I should really use them because some people love them, some people hate them. I need to see if I like them and I need to keep them. Then we have the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. When I saw this advertised, I was like, wow, that colour story is super nice. A lot of people didn't like this when they tried it and I was watching reviews, but I loved it. I thought it was really, really nice. I think it's fantastic for the price. I'm just trying to remember what look I did with it, but I remember liking it a lot. Then we have two from Lois Cosmetics, another indie brand. Absolutely can't speak highly enough of. Amazing lady. Let me just show you the palettes, then you'll see why you need to check out Lois Cosmetics if you haven't already. Oh. Okay, this isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea. Some people are neutral lovers. I am the opposite, which is why I had to get this one. It's absolutely stunning. Stunning. And I was one of the lucky ones that managed to get my hands on Meet Me in the Underworld the first time it launched, which was insane. Oh yes, I've still got the card in here that explains everything. This, oh, I need to clean my palettes and keep them pretty. This is an amazing colour story. I need to use this a lot more in autumn. I love the look that I did with this. I've got a video on this on my channel as well. Absolutely stunning quality. Right. Sugar Pill, it's the only Sugar Pill thing I own. I want to collect the other capsules. I really liked it. I've got a video on this on my channel. This blue is stunning, so is this green. You can use this as a blush shade. Really like these Sugar Pill capsules. This is what one of my lovely friends sent me, because obviously it's got an avocado on it. This is Peachy Queen Cosmetics. Sorry, I didn't even tell you what Sugar Pill that was. Do I even know? It's the orange one. I don't know what number. Yes, this avocado, Peachy Queen. Look how cute this palette is. It's absolutely gorgeous. This shimmer, I can't stop swatching it every time I open this palette. I don't normally like pressed glitters. Why did I just call it a shimmer again? Hello. Sorry, what? Amazing. Then I have the Kimchi Chic palette. What is this called? Kimchi Chic times Naomi Smalls 2 Queens in a Desert palette. I'm still yet to use this palette within a full look, but I have used this shimmery blue, which is gorgeous on the eye, so I'm excited to try all of the rest of these shades. I like the fact it's got neons in here. It's just a bit of a different colour story. I like it. Then we have Unicorn Cosmetics, the Totemic palette. Didn't like this the first time I used it. I've got a video on this as well. I think I've got 2 videos on this. Yeah, I wasn't impressed because the colour story, oh my goodness, can I get into it? Blending out shades, where are they? Like, the only thing I can think to blend things out is this yellow with this orange. A lot of the blending out shades that you would think would be there are shimmers, so you can't really use the shimmers for blending out. So I was a bit like, I suppose it's okay if you want to slap a colour all over your lid, blend it out and then stick a shimmer on, but if you like to blend things out like I do with other colours and do like a nice gradient, it's very difficult to do with this palette, so I was disappointed with that. However, this shade is special, Toucan. It's absolutely gorgeous and I refuse to throw it out because the packaging's stunning and this shade is everything. I don't even know if it'll swatch that well on my hand, but I really did like this. Then we've got 2 Lethal Cosmetic palettes. I've just discovered Lethal Cosmetics and I shouldn't have done because they are fantastic quality and they're an indie brand from Germany and they aren't the cheapest in the world. But Lethal is dead. Have a video on this on my channel. Absolutely stunning. Love the colour story. Love the theme behind it, like horror story-esque. And yeah, I really thought the mattes was good quality, blended lovely. Spectacular shimmers, especially, yeah, straight to VHS. And then my newest Lethal Cosmetics palette that I haven't even stuck my fingers in yet, I don't think, but I've stuck my stickers on the front. I wish every palette came with stickers. This is the After Dark palette and I can't wait to play with it. Oh, oh, beautiful. And we've got Urban Decay Moon Dust. Some nice topper shades to go with any other palette if you just want to finish off your look. They are more topper than super opaque, but they are beautiful. I think I got this on sale when Debenhams was getting rid of a load of makeup and trying to shut down. But yeah, really nice topper shades. I'm running out of room, don't know what to do, covered in poo. Then we've got Naked Honey by Urban Decay. Fairly neutral, but I had to get this one because it's on the more gold side, and I wasn't disappointed. Really pigmented mattes, gorgeous shimmers, love it. So, Love Tahiti is one of my favourite palettes ever by BPerfect. I'm super tired now and I've been talking a long time, sorry. The W7 Mardi Gras palette, total rip-off of Love Tahiti, and it's not one of those dupes that's just crap like some of the W7 ones that are out there. This is fantastic quality. Very dusty in the pan and a lot of fallout. However, the pigment is there, blendability there, really impressed with this, even the shimmers. So if you're thinking about getting Love Tahiti, possibly if you wanted to spend a little bit less money, you could get this one instead. Everything is awesome, 'cause I've nearly finished today. Then we've got two She Glam palettes that I ordered from Shein. Colour Stories, right up my street. This is the Flutter Effect palette. Gorgeous. I think the mattes worked better in this than the shimmers. I think the shimmers were a little bit lackluster and you had to go in with your finger to get any sort of payoff really. But I think it was about £6 each, something like that. So bargain, and you can always get money off on Shein with little discount codes and everything. So yeah, I really wanted to give it a go and try it. So yeah, not bad, not the best. Okay for £6. Then the Hint of Mint, which I thought was slightly better quality wise, especially with the shimmers. They're a lot better in this palette. I think the colour story is lovely. There's quite a lot of different varieties of these She Glam palettes on Shein, so check them out if you're wanting a little bargain palette. Ace Beauty Oceanic palette, because it has got an amazing colour story, because it's blue and green and tealy and just delicious, and it's got your deeper shades and you got shimmers, and oh, I love this palette so much. Oh, look at it, look at it, look at it. Then Pastel Roses eyeshadows. I've been collecting them from Lois Cosmetics for quite a while. Look at the gorgeousness. The best shimmer in the entire world is Barbados from the Pastel Roses. And then we have some more Pastel Roses in the top two rows here. Then we have two really special, are they duochromes? Yes, from Lois Cosmetics themselves. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I've got three random Spectrum ones just because I needed a magnetic palette to stick them in. Not too keen on the Spectrum ones, not really my cup of tea. I think I got them in a mystery box. Now I come to think of it, called Sonia, and one's called Nemesis. I think this one's Sonia and this one's Nemesis. So flipping special. Please check out, oh, I'm wobbling the camera. Please check out Lois Cosmetics. Then Lime Crime Venus XL2, because packaging, goals, colour story, autumn. The most fallouty palette I have ever flipping used though. The mattes create so much kickback. I mean, prepare for a sandstorm. It's absolutely horrific. Shimmers, lovely. I love Kaleidos. I need to collect all of their palettes. This is the Futurism 3 Astro Pink. So impressed with this palette. And like, look at the packaging. I mean, it's just packaging goals. Like, I wish they printed the names, but absolutely stunning. I really wanted the neon one, but they don't do it anymore. Then we have the Futurism One Sci-Fi Green, which you can't actually get anymore, but because I've got one of the best makeup friends ever, she sent it to me and I can't actually get into it, so bear with me. Look at this grungy green goodness. I still haven't even stuck my finger in this yet because it's far too special. I can't wait to use it though. Flower Punk. Some of the best packaging I've ever seen. The fact that it's magnetic as well is just a bonus even more. It is quite a strong magnet though. It's hard to get the lid off without damaging the shadows, but this colour story is perfection. Absolutely love this. I like the way it's laid out, like the melt sort of style, and yeah, absolutely gorgeous colour story. And I have the Club Nebula by Angelica Nyqvist, who I've been watching a lot more lately, and I absolutely love watching her videos. I didn't know who she was when I bought this palette, but now I do. I think this palette is fantastic. The quality, amazing. Shimmers, I can't actually believe the shimmers. Blown me away. Unfortunately, you can't get this palette anymore because it was limited edition, which is a shame, but I love it and I'm never getting rid of it. Then we have a very special Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. This is probably my most expensive palette in my collection. I wouldn't normally pay that much for eyeshadow ever because no eyeshadow is worth this much. However, my husband treated me and I'm super glad he did because, I mean, look at the packaging and obviously the colour story of this is beautiful. I don't really lust after Natasha Denona shadows because a lot of them are neutral, but if there is a palette that's not neutral that she does, like even the Love palette looks super nice, but this is the one that spoke to me. If I was gonna spend so much money on a Natasha Denona palette, it was gonna be this one. Then we have a crappy little Steve Laurent palette that I got in a glossy box called the Birthday Edition, but it's the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. So I'm gonna declutter it. I'm never gonna reach for this, ever. Then I have the Lottie London, what even is it called? Living My Best Life palette. I don't even want to pronounce that, Tweely, something like that. Really good quality, super cheap and affordable. Make Me Up Missa recommended this one. Really, really good quality mattes and shimmers. If you haven't tried it yet, why not? Then I have the NYX Ultimate, what is it? Warm Neutrals. Yeah. I don't need this. I've got enough neutrals in my collection. I'm not a neutral lover. I'm definitely going to declutter this one. I think I got this in a glossy box. Yeah, gonna say goodbye to this one. Then this was also from a glossy box, Sophia and Mabel. This was actually quite expensive. It said on the card, the Aphrodite palette. Yeah, it's not for me. Not great quality. It's tiny. Yeah, I'm not keeping this. And then Style London Velvet Touch Devil eyeshadow palette. I'm sure I got this in a glossy box as well. You can see a theme here. I'm going to be decluttering this one because I just don't reach for it, unfortunately. Then we have Pat McGrath. This is the only thing I own by Pat McGrath because it's expensive. And obviously it's the old shimmer. What even is this? The Subversive. Here we go. So yeah, another nice shimmers to put on top of looks. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm so tired. But this is beautiful. Really, really good quality. Then I have my Barry M stupid clickable things. I got all of them because I thought they were going to be fantastic and I thought the packaging was amazing. I was wrong. The packaging's crap. It's difficult to open them, click them together. They're not pigmented. The shimmers aren't special. I just don't like them. I think I'm going to have to declutter all of these. I'm sure somebody actually wanted me to swatch the black though. So I will. And I'm sure there was another shade that someone wanted me to swatch and I can't actually remember which one it is. Yeah, look at that. Is this meant to be a black? It's called Midnight. It's not the best, most opaque black I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to swatch Intrigued and Luster because I don't know if it was one of these two that somebody asked me about and I can't remember. This one is a lilac matte. I've got nowhere to swatch anything because I'm just so glittery, and I need to wash my hands. Yeah, they're not the most pigmented in the world. I'm not impressed by them. I really want to get rid of this palette because I'm not going to use it. A really, really good affordable palette though. You Can Be Fruit Pie Filling, which you can buy on Amazon. My gorgeous friend got me this for my birthday. I was so impressed with this. I just think the shimmers are very putty-like, absolutely stunning and gorgeous, especially this kumquat shade. A lot of the mattes are impeccable. The greens aren't the best in the whole entire world, but the others, absolutely gorgeous. Considering you can get this super cheap on Amazon, I mean, I think a lot of people are sleeping on this. You need to check this out. Then we have a Primark palette. This is called the Peachy palette. A while ago this was in Primark. I've used it once. I did think it was nice. Am I ever going to reach for it again? Never. It's going to be decluttered. Then another Primark palette that I picked up yesterday, in fact, is, what is this called? Just says eyeshadow on the back. That's helpful. Mineral eyeshadow palette. Oh, Chill Zone. There was two that I saw in my Primark. I can't remember how many there is altogether, or whether there is just two, but this is the one that spoke to me the most because of the greeny shade and the blue. After swatching them, they're not the best swatches in the world. However, that doesn't mean it won't be nice on the eye, so I do still need to test this. If any you want to see any of these palettes on my channel, just let me know. Yeah, not the best swatches. Then we have Profusion Amethyst Gems. Pressed glitters, but very, very nice pressed glitters. So I'm happy to have these, a nice variety of colours to add to my looks. Then I have the gorgeous Dose of Colours Teal Me More when it went on offer on Beauty Bay. And wow. Just wow. Another little bagging palette from Amazon. This is the Technique Matte Eyeshadow Palette. And if you're wanting to create a smoky eye, this is the palette you need. It's so cheap, so blendable. I mean, people are sleeping on this. Come on, guys. Then we're on to our last pile, and it's all ColourPop. Woo! I'll start out with these two, Neon Gaze, Moon Haze from ColourPop. Got these in a giveaway that Make Me a Misser was doing. Super happy to have received them. I don't know why I keep keeping the cardboard. I'm not actually, should I just chuck the cardboard? I don't know why I'm keeping it. Nice little pop of neon yellow in the middle. I've just realised this isn't the last pile, and now I want to cry. There's another pile after the ColourPop pile, guys. Sorry. You don't have to be here a while longer. Yep, that's the yellow one, Neon Gaze. And this is the orange one, Moon Haze. And I've got two little Hello Kitty ones from Make Me a Missus giveaway. This is the Pineapple Cake. Again, I'm not sure why I'm keeping the cardboard. Gorgeous little palette, gorgeous little monochromatic palette. And I love ColourPop formula. Look how cute this is. It says like a snack on the mirror. But the blue one I have used and done a full look with, and I was so impressed because it's got two minty shades as well as two blue. I mean, look at that. Love it. Then we've got Mint to Be, because obviously I love minty shadows, and can you get much more minty than Mint to Be? Why have I still got this in here? I have no idea. Gorgeous. And then we have In a Trance. Ah, what's happened to this one? Oh, my poor baby. But yeah, as you can see, gorgeous colour story, nice pastels. I just think it's so pretty. I even like the pressed glitters from ColourPop as well. Then we have High Tide and Fine Feathered. One from Make Me Up Missus giveaway, one from a gorgeous friend. High Tide is my palette perfection. It is everything I need in an eyeshadow palette. Look at its tealy goodness. Fine Feathered, not my usual colour story, so I'm glad to have it in my collection. I need to branch out into more colours like this. It's so, so pretty. Then, the All That palette by ColourPop. Actually, Not that I gravitate towards reds that much. The look I did with this, I was super impressed with the quality of this palette, and I think it's really, really nice. I'm not sure why so many of my palettes are dirty inside. I really do try and keep them clean, but look. Please let me know in the comments down below. Are you one of these people that tries to keep your palettes super clean and nice looking, or are you one of these people that doesn't care and sticks their fingers in and has it a mess? Because that is not me. Then next we've got Truly Madly Deeply by ColourPop. Oh, this is beautiful. This is just so pretty to look at, and this shade is stunning. There's some pressed glitters in this. The Limoncello palette by ColourPop. Used this recently to do a look and absolutely fell in love, especially this shade, Serenade, gorgeous shimmer. And I love the little pop of blue. I love anything lemony. I mean, I'm a sucker for packaging and themes. This probably has to be my favourite ColourPop palette ever. Fade into Hue. I can't actually cope. The colour story, amazing because it's a rainbow palette obviously, but the pressed glitters in this are the best I have ever seen, ever. Lucky Charm, Prismatic and Kaleidoscope are actually insane. They go on beautifully. I mean, you need this palette. Then we have It's All Good ColourPop palette, which I got from one of my gorgeous friends for my birthday, and look at her beauty. Just look at her. Is that not an absolutely stunning palette? I mean, look at that shade. Peace Sign. Oh. Okay, now I'm on to my last pile, I promise. There is no more after this pile. We have the LA Splash eyeshadow palette. Gorgeous black. Really liked the three shimmers. Can't remember if I used the mattes or not, but a nice little palette. I do believe I got this in a glossy box or something like that because I did not buy this for myself. But it's handy to have a little palette like this in my collection. Then I've got, I'm sure I got this from a subscription box, and I can't remember if it was Glossybox or Birchbox or something because I was signed up to Birchbox for a while. This is the Espresso Yourself eyeshadow palette with coffee extract from the Beauty Crop. And they're all coffee, I think they are made out of coffee extracts, and they're all coffee related. It is a really nice, good quality palette actually. I just never reach for it. The pan sizes are absolutely tiny and it is very, very neutral, so I'm probably going to declutter this one. Then I've got the W7 Nudification because this is a dupe of the, can't remember what palette right now, but you know what I mean. Is it Too Faced something palette? Yeah, I picked this up because I wanted the Too Faced palette, considering it's neutral, but didn't want to pay the price. Now I'm looking at this. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I really do need to test this out. Let me know if you'd like me to test this out and see if it's any good. W7 Total Eclipse palette, which is a total rip-off of Mercury Retrograde. Is it as good? Almost. If you don't want to pay for Mercury Retrograde, get this one. It's on Amazon. I think it's on Argos. Not sure where else it is, but you need it in your life. Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. I got this last year. Was it for Christmas possibly? I love the smell of this. The colour story is super nice. It's not the best quality palette in the whole entire world, but I think it's definitely good enough and I really like it. Oh, I can smell it. So nice. And then last but by no means least, I got this as a gift from my gorgeous friend. It's the Too Faced palette, and it is the Then and Now palette. I don't think you can get this anymore, and it is literal stunning perfection. I mean, look at that. Look at it. And that's it, guys. That is all of my eyeshadow palette collection. However, I do have two on the way. So when I get them, I might do a video on them. They're not brand new palettes, but they'll be new to me in my collection. That is what I've got. People may think I've got a lot of palettes and it's a bit overkill, but I mean, people have collections of things. Some people collect stamps. I collect eyeshadow palettes, and I love my collection. It's my baby. It's my thing. I use all my palettes. Yeah, don't judge me. So let me know, guys, how many palettes were actually in my collection, and I know I've decluttered the tiniest amount of palettes ever. This was not meant to be a declutter video whatsoever, but I am going to get rid of the few that I mentioned. Now I've got to try and put all of these back in a neat, beautiful order. So wish me luck. Thanks for checking out this video. Sorry if it's been a million years long, and please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!